been a pretty hard week for weirdos on Twitter that like anime. So, I already talked about My Hero Academia. There's been some interesting reactions to that, by the way, from outlets like Polygon and Kotaku, and I might go over those later. But today we're going to talk about Digimon. Digimon, which was trending yesterday, which got me rather curious as to why it was trending. So I looked into it, and it turns out people are a little upset about a stage play that was happening over in Japan. A Digimon Tamers stage play accused of promoting far-right politics by fan translation group for featuring political correctness as villain with a cancel culture attack. So, a little bit of context. It appears this came from an event called DigiFest 2021. And the cast, at least the Japanese cast from Digimon Tamers, got together and did a little fan play or something they came up with themselves. I'm not 100% sure on where the script came from, but nonetheless, it of course got woke anime Twitter very, very upset. Now, I never watched Digimon. I wasn't really into it. It was very popular, though. Same thing with the Pokemon cartoon anime. I never got into that one either. But, you know, it is what it is. I commend this group, though, for pissing off woke Twitter, which I always find hilarious because, I mean, literally, they get mad if gum is the wrong color. So in their recent fan sub of a Digimon Tamers stage play performed during the recent DigiFest 2021 event, English fan subgroup The Wild Bunch included a warning at the beginning of their release, warning that this program promotes far-right politics and conspiracy theories due to its featuring of political correctness as the story's villain. That's right. The villain of this play that they were doing was political correctness, which is incredibly funny. And his attack was cancel culture. That's awesome. I love Japan. I love Japan. And I love that they'll go after this stuff. I think it's great. And the best thing about it all is Twitter can rage and go insane. They're so mad. Japan's just like, we don't really make any money off of you. So why don't you go ahead and get effed? Every time. And I think that that's amazing, and I love it. I love it. Go watch their anime too, by the way. It features stories that you could never see over here in the West. Rising of the Shield Hero is a tame one. Redo of Healer is an extreme one. You'll never see those stories told over here. You should be allowed to tell any story you want. It should be the public that decides if they're going to watch it or not. Not a group of weirdos that live in a house or apartment with 75,000 cats and garbage all over the place. And they probably don't smell very well either. Okay, those people shouldn't be telling me what I get to watch for my escapism. Or work out how my escapism is gonna play. Tired of these people. So, released on August 3rd, the Wild Bunch's fan sub of DigiFest 2021 stage play bears a disclaimer warning saying, warning viewers that the stage play, which sees the cast of Digimon Tamers reunite to read a newly written script from series writer Chakak J. Konica, I'm probably brutalizing that name, I apologize, also of Serial Experiments Lane fame, himself, and the rest of the disclaimer goes, program promotes right politics and conspiracy theories. Cancel culture is now a conspiracy. And we know that that's a real, like, every day that happens to somebody because the herd and the mob of Twitter constantly demands blood. because they destroy somebody and they move on to the next one. That's all they do. And they lay it out here on why they're upset about this, and that's because the script negatively portrays the concepts of political correctness, censorship, and cancel culture as societal threats. Because they are threats to society. And their warning further notes that the views and opinions expressed herein do not reflect those of the partner fan sub group, Dats and the Wild Bunch. Here's a screen cap of that right there. I don't understand why it's far-right politics to talk about cancel culture. Okay? But it's always going to be labeled that way. Just like you don't just label the whole country as Japan this way, because they don't like any of this shit either. So we have some of the stuff here right here that got said in the play. And this is apparently a very long-awaited reunion, so it's even better that this happened. Could you imagine somebody on Twitter, they're, finishing up dyeing their pink hair, sitting down. They gotta move some garbage off the chair, get it off the chair, move a couple stacks of magazines or whatever from the table next to the chair so that they can, get their computer ready. They sit down, getting ready to watch some Digimon, and this is what they get. I think this is fantastic. So let me read you some of the stuff. So there was no animation. This is literally, from what I understand, a script written by the showrunner or whoever wrote the scripts before, or the director. And the cast that voiced all of them, like the main characters, they read the script and they just had some fun up there. So they set it up, and basically somebody asked, "Oh, how long are you going to do this fluffy friendship story? A new threat is approaching even as we speak." and it keeps going. Censorship on the internet is rampant and real news covered up by fake news. People with different opinion have their online accounts terminated. Even alternative perspectives are set out to be crushed by fact checkers, so only uniform answers can exist. At this point, people's daily lives are controlled by information on the internet. And then it keeps on going. Who is this villain? You don't see the dark clouds approaching here? Soon they will engulf the entire earth and use its fearsome power to strip humans of our inherent free values by the roots. Ask once again, what is it? It's extreme political correctness. Now is exactly for the time for Tamers and Digimon to take a stand. And then this is apparently an attack. Political correctness is activating cancel culture. And then they they begin to fight it. I'm laughing, but because it's funny, right? I think it's funny. I love seeing Japan stand up to this stuff, and they do it all the time. And this is one of the reasons why they want to go over there. They want to stop. They want to stop anime. They want to infiltrate anime. They want to change manga because they don't like this. This is something they can't touch. Unlike Hollywood, which is completely rooted in this bullshit, anime and manga continues to just give it the finger and do what they want. Now, how long that will last, I don't know, but it's great to have it, and it's great to see them. They knew they were poking a bear with this, and they went ahead with it anyway. Weirdos on Twitter whined and bitched about it, but it did not matter. It still is there. It's still out there, and I think it's fantastic. And Bad Opinions here says, Sir Bad Opinions, between right-wing conspiracy, Digimon, and Minata being, well, into dudes this week, it has been an absolute L after L for woke anime fans. And he's right. And I think that's great. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Throw a like up, share it. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel.
There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.